I thought I would be able to make it home quickly, but the traffic is just, well, it's there, right? So I thought I might as well share my experience of 1 week with the Apple Vision Pro, and I'll tell you four things which I greatly enjoy and I recommend you to try it. And I'll tell you two or three things which might be something which I would say is off putting enough for me to not recommend the device, especially at a retail price. So, first thing first, the best part about this device is like it could be the best media consumption device that you ever had, but it's an individual experience. I am sure there would be people in the world who can buy Vision Pro for their entire family, but more often not at all feasible for you to spend that much money. But if you are someone who consumes the media alone, either way, and you were thinking of buying maybe a TV, you live alone or whatever your circumstances are, and you don't often get people to watch the screen with you, then it changes the game entirely because then you can get a screen which is bigger than any cinema screen you might have seen, and you can relate anywhere. While traveling, just lying in the bed, you can cast the bigger screen on the ceiling, and that sort of functionality or freedom of watching the content wherever you want without any disturbance is really great. And the clarity of 3D movies on the Vision Pro is so good because usually when we watch a 3D movie in a theater, they give you a glass or glasses to see and convert the I think format into a 3D format. But those glasses are usually dark in color, which means the picture that you see from a cinema screen is a bit darker or a bit duller. But with this, it's because there are two different screens, they can cast that image on your eye differently in the sense that your eyes and mind perceive as if it's a 3D movie, which means they can relay the picture exactly as it is meant to be. And you can actually feel the depth in the screen. Because I was watching Avengers and a couple of other movies, and you can really appreciate what's happening around in the movie. I'm not even talking about immersive movies because that's another thing. And that brings me to let's discuss that one. The second bit of amazing thing is you get immersive videos, which is a format of Apple Vision Pro videos that you can watch. There are certain documentaries, little clips here and there, which Apple's done for their advertisement, I would say, or just keeping the Apple Vision Pro group going or the consumer going, where you are able to watch certain things like highlights of a football match, a basketball match, or other little documentaries about. I've watched recently about surfing in Norway, which is like a ice-covered country, and I watched one with the bull riding and the one with elephants and rhinos and wildlife and other things. And they are so good because it makes you feel as if you're right there. And the spatial audio, as well as this amazing visuals, just is something which you need to see to believe it. I cannot relate in words, no matter how many times, how much effort, how I articulate it. But it's something which you should, if you can, if you have access to Apple Vision Pro, either via demo through Apple stores and or your friends got it or whosoever got it, you should try it once to just see and know how much technology is changed, as well as what we are able to accomplish as humans. And that's the second thing, right? Spatial videos and audios, and you can create your own spatial videos. You can use your iPhone 15 Pro and forward to create spatial videos where you are able to create with the actual depth of what you're seeing. So assuming if I see a car that's like 100 meters ahead of me, if I put on the Apple Vision Pro and I've shot a video in the spatial mode, I would be able to perceive that exact distance between the front two cars, and I would be able to sort of relive that memory. And that's amazing if you think about it. Like currently the device is too expensive or too heavy, but in future, what if you start to accumulate those spatial videos right now? Or in future, AI might be able to recreate it, but I think the original would be better. Like you create them right now, and you would be able to relive a memory, maybe your kid's first birthday, or maybe when you proposing for engagement, or any big thing, your child's getting a degree, or even you're getting married or whatever. So any big event, just you would be able to relive it. And that brings me to the third part, which is using the device as just a way to relive and see things in a way or in a perspective that we were never allowed to think of. Like I've seen a picture of mine, which when I was like maybe 3 or 4 years old, and I'm able to see and relive like what sort of clothes I was wearing, how far my parents were from me, and that's something which like I can't even imagine we were able to even perceive this, which Apple's delivering. And the best part is, you can, as long as the picture is clear enough, you are able to convert any picture to a spatial photo. And even better, Apple actually does have a different category in the Apple Vision Pro where you're able to just watch your spatial content, which means you don't have to go to your main gallery to see and convert them every time. Once you converted them, they just stay there, which is amazing, right? So let's combine them. First bit is it's a great entertainment piece where you can get bigger theater-like experience. The second bit is spatial videos and photos. The third part is you can use your Apple Vision Pro as a extension to your Mac devices, and that allows you to do things which were not only not possible to imagine. Like imagine you just using earlier it was just MacBook Pro, but right now I paired it with my Mac Studio and it works flawlessly. And you can create that connection wirelessly, where you're able to cast the screen of your Mac Studio inside the Vision Pro, which means you can virtually work anywhere as long as you have access to Wi-Fi as well as electricity, because Mac Studio, of course, takes electricity. It doesn't have battery power. Trust me when I say it, it's very different experience when you see it, because you can make the screen as big as a theater screen, and editing on that sort of setup is just amazing, especially if you want to sort out multiple clips, because I've attached my hard drive to my Mac Studio, and the normal screen that I use shows maybe 20 clips of video, but with this one you can expand it to be very wide, and hence can have multiple top windows as well as a larger platform for me to be able to sort those things. So it's amazing. The fourth thing would have to be all the other apps that Apple Vision Pro allows and the interface allows, that you're able to see as well as use the virtual space and to merge the reality. Because I was just going through an app which is like a virtual piano app, where you have two options. One, you can create a virtual piano where you are able to sort of set a piano hovering in front of you. You sort of hover your fingers over it, and it acts as if there's a virtual piano there. But that's not the good part. The better part is, like, if you actually own a piano, you can merge those two things. You can sit a virtual piano on top of your actual piano. But the good part, it tells you and it teaches you certain keys, and which key to press when to let you learn a song. And that's the interesting part, because then you don't need sort of to remember exactly what needs to be pressed. It's more like so in that case you can learn a lot of new skills. And that's just one thing. There's another app where you are able to see a car engine in front of you. You can dissect it. You can learn how to change brake pads of your car, and just the implementation of this is so good. And I think if you think about it, you can learn a lot of things practically. And if this is implemented in future in schools and colleges, then you would be able to teach stuff by showing practically how it would look like. And it's very real. Like it feels as if you can sort of see exactly how it would happen. It's way better than just normal textbook or even a normal video where you see engine working. But if you can dissect as well as take away different parts and see what changes, it just gives you a different sort of practical experience. It's just one step shy of actually doing it. It's that good and that immersive. So yeah, that's another cool part about the Apple Vision Pro. And now let's discuss what I do not like about it. Like why I would say don't buy this one is, the first thing, it's too expensive. Like it's $6,000 just for the base variant, which is 256 GBs, and it's too expensive. Like I'm not even saying that what if it breaks? Like what if even if it doesn't break? For you to be, or for even for me to be able to justify a purchase for $6,000, you can easily buy a 100-inch TV, which all of your family can enjoy, or even a MacBook Pro. Yes, that's the first thing. It's too expensive. The second thing is it's too heavy. Like it's very heavy for something which you want to use, because it's so good. You would want to use it if and when you buy it, you would want to use it. But it's too heavy. Like I wouldn't want to sit like for 2 hours or more than that, just a thing hanging in front of the head. Although there's like a couple of options they give. They give you a back band as well as a top band, which does have two sort of hinges or support things, but it's not supportive enough. And that's something which you need to consider, and you need to see and feel if you would be able to feel comfortable even wearing it. And the last bit is, there's a rumor, almost confirmed reports now, that a new version of Apple Vision Pro is getting released, which means even if you buy it at this time, you might be missing out on a lot of things which the new one would give. And it's apparently going to be cheaper, lighter, all the new things with a newer architecture chip. Currently, the current version does have a M2 chip. The new one is speculated to have a M5 chip, which should be very efficient and other things that the new tech would allow. So in that case, just wait if you want to buy a new one. But overall, if you can find a deal which you think is good enough for you not to regret it, I think it's a fantastic device for you to try, and I'm thoroughly enjoying it so far. in spite of all the things which are said are bad about it, like it's being heavy, it's been expensive, and whatever. But I've seen a couple of movies in this, and this have been one of the best movie watching experience, including the immersive sound and whatever you want to calculate, that I've had in a while. Like it's compared to IMAX, but for IMAX you have to go there, buy a ticket, and they're expensive as well, right? IMAX tickets were not cheap, and the fact that you can watch a lot of movies or almost all the movies in that sort of big screen, it's just so futuristic.